You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Bufa. Two men were found in the back of a garbage truck this morning, and one of the men was dead. Police believe they were sleeping in a dumpster in Comac. A garbage truck emptied the dumpster, but authorities say the men were not spotted until the truck stopped to make a pickup at William Rogers Middle School in Kings Park. The survivor was taken to the hospital with a leg injury. And only in Newsday, DraftKings will now be taking over the proposed casino project in Nassau. Sources tell Newsday there is no deal between the online sportsbook and Las Vegas Sands, who dropped out of the project after years of planning. There is a June 27th deadline for companies looking to take over the project, though. An offshore vessel that's bigger than the size of 2 football fields is on its way to Long Island to work on the Empire Wind project. It will be in the waters 14 miles off Long Beach this weekend. It will build parts for the project that will reach almost 1,000 feet tall. And the Islanders are introducing their new GM.
My first memories of watching hockey is the Islanders winning every Stanley Cup, pretty much.
Matthew Darche spoke to the media about his plans, including bringing back Patrick Waugh as the team's head coach. The new general manager is also moving the Islanders development camp to start earlier, immediately after the NHL draft. All right, let's take a quick look at tomorrow's weather, shall we, to see if it's going to be any brighter than it was today. And check it out. We'll have less rain, but we'll have more clouds, temps in the 70s. Here's your 7-day forecast to see how that looks in your weekend. Now you can see Friday, Saturday, we'll have some rain, but next week will be fantastic when it comes to the temps. And only in Newsday, we uncover the financial toll of Long Island's dangerous roads. Andrew Anger continues our year-long investigative series.
Long Island's roads can be breathtaking, but they also can be frustrating, and for some, life-changing.
All I saw was lights, bright lights, and a crash.
Nikayan Bartholin doesn't remember much after she was hit head-on by a drunk driver in Valley Stream in 2023. She was in the hospital for 2 months and multiple surgeries later, with even more to come. Nikayan is recovering at home.
Since the crash, I haven't been able to walk without a device.
Nikayan says the financial toll is almost as bad as her suffering from extensive injuries. The once active and financially independent dialysis nurse can't work anymore. And though she gets some financial assistance, she struggles to pay her rent and for her medications and doctor's visits. Her family helps, but she cringes whenever a bill comes in. And they come in a lot.
I can't open every single one of them right away. I'll open 1 or 2, and then the next day I'll open another one.
Nikayan's financial situation has been completely destroyed due to this accident.
Nikayan's attorney estimates her medical bills total around $7 million. Her work's health insurance covered about $2 million, but that's maxed out. She's potentially on the hook for some of the rest. All because he says the other driver who has been found guilty of DWI had minimal insurance and few recoverable assets.
I could have a $10 million judgment in my hand, and if there's no way to collect on it, it's worth the paper it's printed on. And that's probably what's going to happen in this case.
In 2023, car crashes on Long Island cost at least $3.4 billion in medical care, lost work, property damage, and more, according to Ted Miller with the Pacific Institute for Research and Evaluation.
I was facing the ceiling, had immediate pain in my lower back, I was screaming.
Frank LaRosa from Port Jefferson Station was rear-ended while at a red light in 2016. Nearly a decade later, he still can't work. He gets a workers' comp check, but that significant part of his income will run out, and he doesn't know how he'll replace it to pay his rent.
So what am I going to do then? What's going to happen then?
Personal injury attorneys say stories like these are a growing problem on Long Island. If a driver gets into an accident and there are costly injuries without enough insurance coverage, the financial loss for victims and their families can be unimaginable.
I absolutely do see clients more and more being financially devastated by being a victim of a car crash.
One personal injury attorney says New York drivers must have $50,000 in no-fault coverage and $25,000 in liability coverage. Many drivers don't increase those minimums, leaving victims draining any available funds quickly. The rest is up to them or possibly the state, which costs taxpayers more. Possible solution could be a state-mandated increase to car insurance minimums, but that could raise everyone's rates, making it a tough sell to state lawmakers.
It's been an ongoing battle, but 25 is the limit.
But Nakayan Bartholan says, even with the pain and financial stress, she's trying to remain positive.
My mom says, don't cry. You're alive.
Andrew Enger, Newsday TV.
Now, to read more about this story and see our entire Dangerous Roads investigation, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Two legends unite in one of the most beloved film franchises of all time to tell a whole new story. I'm Elisa DiStefano at the premiere of Karate Kid Legends.
I want Lee to learn Miyagi Karate.
I'm sorry, Mr. Han. I wish I could help you.
Long Island's own Ralph Macchio brings Daniel LaRusso back to the big screen in this martial arts movie that takes place 3 years after the events of the Cobra Kai series.
Cobra Kai brought such a multi-generational element resurgence to the franchise. The concept, for me, of being back on the big screen where I got to start it all, it was pretty inviting. But I had to figure out what the connective tissue was and how to pay the Miyagi legacy forward.
In this movie, Macchio teams up with fellow legend Jackie Chan, who reprises his 2010 remake role as Mr. Han. For so many of us franchise fans, having you and Ralph together is a dream come true, many years in the making. What was it like for you to do this with the OG Karate Kid?
Just unbelievable, just like step by step. When I was young, I watched Karate Kid, but of course I'm not kid anymore. I'm becoming a Miyagi. I never call I'm a legend. You know, all those years I just do the best I can.
Where's two of them?
And a new Karate Kid enters the ring, introducing Ben Wong to the famous franchise.
They gave me the autonomy to do my own thing. They gave me that trust, so it's been a joy working with both of them. Ralph is, he's been a part of this franchise for 40 years. It's inspiring to see these people who still have so much love for what they do.
Now there's a story for this generation with a wonderful kid in Ben Wong that is very urban in its style, humor of a Jackie Chan kind of film, and yet doesn't lose sight of the legacy of what we started. So I'm hoping it resonates, but it's always a joy to have the opportunity.
The film is set in New York City, but the script was born on Long Island. Written by Shorehams' Rob Lieber.
A lot of this movie was written in Port Jefferson, New York, in coffee shops all over Long Island. And I grew up watching The Karate Kid, so it was really exciting when I got the opportunity to do it.
The Karate Kid, this kind of movie, action without violence, healthy comedy, good message. I think those kind of movies, it work forever. I think Karate Legends, Kid Legends will like part 3, part 4, part 5.
Legends never die.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai never dies.
Yes.
41 years later, look
Here
at
we
this.
are.
It's amazing.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries. cost Long Islanders at least $3.4 billion in tangible costs due to automobile crashes.
They're losing their jobs and their life is upside down.
Dangerous Roads, The Financial Cost, a Newsday investigation, now available at Newsday.com.
You're watching Newsday TV. For more on all the stories you've seen here today, head over to Newsday.com. I'm Ken Buffa. Thank you so much for joining us.
Watch Newsday TV on the big screen. Use the remote to activate Siri, Alexa, Roku, or the Google Assistant on your streaming device. Say, install Newsday. Newsday TV, covering Long Island like no one else can. Get more of the stories you've seen on Newsday TV at Newsday.com. Plus breaking news, investigations, things to do, restaurants, and other Long Island news you can't get anywhere else. At Newsday.com, covering Long Island like no one else can.